you don't know what highly sensitive people are, right? So highly sensitive people are people who have a highly sensitive system or nervous system. We all have a different nervous system. We don't all have the same exact eyesight. Some of us have I have a friend who has an amazing eyesight. She can see things better than what we usually can see. There are even people who can hear that machine for the cats, you know, you put it in the garden. Some people have hearing that is so sensitive that they can actually hear that, right? Then there is the touch and the feel. I've worked enough with kids who, if there's a tag in their sweater, oh, there's a tag, it's itchy and their skin gets red. Some children will play in sand and mud, no problem, and others, if the sleeve is wet or a little bit of sand in the shoe, and the world has to stop because the sand has to go out. So these are nervous systems that react differently. And of course, we are all different. Saying that we all have the same nervous system is saying we all have the same shoe size. We're all different. So these are facts, right? Understanding what highly sensitive people is very important for knowing yourself. Because if you or someone in your family is highly sensitive, there's an understanding that they can't handle very loud noises and bright lights, and they cannot cope with all the stuff that the other siblings would. They get easily agitated, they need more time to calm down. In my childcare centers that I created when I came here, every group had an entire zone dedicated to highly sensitive children. Everyone can go there, but the rule is 2-3 people max at a time. It had soothing lights, it had classical music, it had soft blankets and cuddlies, and it had dimmed lights. So when a child is overwhelmed, because they're expected to be there every day, 5, 6, 7 hours, they can actually retreat. And when someone retreats, you respect that and you give them that space. So what happens to highly sensitive people when they grow up in a very active world, parenting or overstimulating children in he's a highly sensitive child in a very unsensitive world. Our world is not sensitive. That can create a lot of problems. That can get misdiagnosed. The schools might complain and say he doesn't listen, he's always daydreaming, he explodes so easily, he gets so angry, he cries so much, he's not explaining how he feels, he's not verbalizing. That's an overstimulated system. That's like a ticking bomb because he's unable to release and cope, release and cope. We all need to release, and releases with sleeping, exercise, relaxing, just time to chill. We all need to do that. Highly sensitive people need to do it even more. They can't cope with the large social gatherings and the noise and so on. So recognizing that for me in my centers early on, seeing a child that's so, informing the parents that chances are it's so, giving the information of what they can do, telling the schools how to cope with it, sets the child up on a beautiful, successful route. No need to destroy anything. No need to harm anyone. They grow confident, happily, understanding. Oh, Robbie taught me, they used to say that at Zain, Robbie told me that when I don't feel so good, I can go over there to calm down. I'm going. And they just go. It was the cutest thing. So they learn to self-regulate. What a gift. What a gift. As an adult, most people I work with today, they're so overwhelmed, no one can self-regulate. They don't even know they're overwhelmed. And then we're making decisions from that place of overwhelm and anxiety. Decisions should always be made from a peaceful place, not an emotional storm. And the problem is, the less love you've received as a child, the more emotional storms you have today. And the more love you've received as a child, the more peace you have today. And sadly, the past generations have suffered a lot. New generations, finally, I see it happening. Schools are adding curriculums where, oh, let's pay attention to this. Not even halfway where I'd like to see it, but we're starting. There's a start. But When I think back about my school, whoa, survival of the fittest. And then you go back home to a traumatized mom and a dad who is an international parent working all around the world. All he did, a lot of our parents, it was about working and bringing an income. That's love. I work hard, I pay for you. That's love. What more do you want? Meanwhile, the child only wants to be held, seen, and told, I love you. They don't want the money. They don't want any of it. So it creates that turmoil. That said, all of it can be changed because we can. Inner pieces within, we have the intelligence. Our brains are the only organ that can think of itself. We can do this. We can do this. I've done it with enough people. I've done it with older people, younger people, parents, schools, children. I've done it with myself. I've done it with myself. And had I not done all of this, I wouldn't be standing here today. I've been asked many times, because sometimes I give examples of my childhood, and it was from 0 to 10, horrific, 10. I'll say 10. And I laugh about it. And if you ask me if there's anything I want to change about it, honestly, nothing. Nothing. Because it made me who I am. And now I can teach it to people, and I can show them how they can do it. So I love who I've become. But that's because of inner child work.